According to Young and the Restless spoilers, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will carry out his scheme to eliminate Chance Combe and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Billy will soon discover that Victor is pilfering his most talented workers. On the CBS serial opera, Billy and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, might not be able to prevent the tycoon from ruining their company. On Young and the Restless, it becomes clear that Victor Newman has gotten in touch with practically every member of the Chancecom team. In order to find out if their employment contracts contain a non-compete clause, Lily and Billy Abbott call Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan. In an attempt to prevent a mass exodus, they eagerly await Amanda's response. Both are aware of Victor's viciousness. However, they conceal their terror. Billy Abbott contends that purchasing Cyaxares media from Victor is the only way they can stop him. According to Young and the Restless spoilers, they must visit Ashland Loch, Richard Berge, again and make him a larger offer in order to sabotage his agreement with Victor Newman. According to spoilers for Young and the Restless, Billy Abbott will beg Lily to accept Victoria Newman's, Amelia Heinel, offer once more. He wants to work with others to try to take Cyaxares media away from Victor Newman. After a furious argument, Lily declines. She says she will take care of the matter, nevertheless, and exits the office. Victoria is told to stop playing games with Billy on Young and the Restless by Lily when they cross paths at Crimson Lights. They have to co-parent on Y and R since they have children together. But the story of Victoria and Billy is over. Victoria lashes out at her, wanting to have the final word. She then gives Lily some counsel. Viewers of Young and the Restless are aware of Billy Abbott's potential for charm, good looks, and excitement. He is a gambler, though. The decisions he makes could cause your entire world to blow apart at any moment. "Don't say I didn't warn you," she warns Lily as she walks away. As the conversation comes to a conclusion, Lily appears distressed. Victor Newman and Billy Abbott had a tense encounter at society. Victor is made fun of by the Abbott heir for Adam's alleged attempted murder. Victor Newman, though, is unfazed by Y and R. He claims Adam is innocent. The topic of Victor stealing from Chancecom employees comes up. According to spoilers for Young and the Restless, he claims that this is just the start of his scheme to destroy Billy. Billy Abbott, pushed to the brink, informs Victor that Victoria wants to work with him to overthrow beloved old dad. He asks Victor Newman on Young and the Restless what it's like to have your soul ally be your son, who attempted to kill you. In an effort to undermine you, your daughter turns on your worst enemy. The agreement won't fall through. Victor Newman responds with a laugh. Victor jokes on Young and the Restless, "You don't even know what's in store for you. He's just getting started." Fans continue to watch Victor Newman play dirty in an attempt to destroy Billy Abbott because they are aware of his brutality. In Genoa City, it appears that this drama is only beginning. Victor Newman's rage is unmatched when he's crossed, and this week on The Young and the Restless, the man with the mustache is prepared to remind everyone in Genoa City just who is in charge. Victor acts quickly and brutally when Billy Abbott and Chance Chancellor both threaten the Newman legacy, starting a series of events that will deeply disturb the Abbott and Chancellor families. The air is filled with secrets, plots, and boiling retaliation as Victor vents his anger in a way that nobody anticipated. Let's explore this fascinating plot, which pits pride, power, and retaliation against one another. In the universe of Genoa City, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, serves as the judge, jury, and executioner in addition to being a businessman. He has defended his empire against internal and external threats for decades, running Newman Enterprises like a kingdom. Victor's patience, however, ultimately gives out this week. Victor chooses to strike first and hit hard. After discovering that Chance Chancellor Connor Floyd and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, have both been interfering in issues that jeopardize the Newman name. Victor's discovery that Omega Sphere, Billy's media business, has been covertly looking into a financial irregularity connected to Newman Enterprises serves as the spark. Billy says it's just business journalism at first glance. Victor, however, recognizes it for what it is: Billy Boy Abbott's latest attempt to destroy his family. Chance, who recently returned to the Genoa City Police Department, discovers secret evidence that connects one of Victor's shell firms to a well-known money laundering case. Although Chance has no intention of going after Victor directly, his feeling of obligation compels him to look further. There is no going back once Victor finds out, which is unfortunate for both guys. Victor initially keeps his cards close to the vest. He just watches, subtly making the connections, without becoming angry or threatening. However, his loved ones, particularly Nick, Joshua Morrow, and Nikki, Melody Thomas Scott, sense the storm coming. Nikki tells him to forget about it. "Victor, you can't fight every battle," she begs, her voice shaking with anxiety. "Not everybody is against you." Victor's eyes, however, harden. He snarls, "When someone targets my family, they turn against me." The tone for what follows is set by this terrifying assertion. Victor starts obtaining information, requesting favors, and swaying alliances. He lays a trap behind the scenes that will try Chance's devotion to his badge and his family, in addition to damaging Billy's reputation. Billy Abbott, who is impetuous, emotional, and motivated by a desire to outsmart Victor Newman at all costs, has always been his own worst enemy. Billy believes he's finally hit gold with a story about corruption in the Newman Company after months of operating his new web platform, Omegasphere. Billy is blinded by his obsession, despite Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, his co-founder, warning him not to push too far. Billy declares with assurance, "I'm not scared of Victor." Someone needs to hold him accountable because he is a bully. Billy's downfall, however, is his conceit. Billy receives misleading information from Victor via one of his corporate spies, including documents that seem to demonstrate Newman Enterprises' complicity in an insider trading scam. Believing he has finally outwitted Victor, Billy publishes the article. The consequences are severe and instantaneous. Social media erupts and Newman Enterprises' stock falls precipitously in a matter of hours. Before the truth comes to light, Billy celebrates what he believes to be a victory. Victor organizes a news conference and makes the documents publicly available as fakes, along with proof that Billy's business created them. Billy is targeted by the media, who accuse him of manipulating the market and engaging in unethical journalism. Investors pull out, marketers run away, and Billy's business is banned. Overnight, his professional reputation is in ruins. Victor is not finished yet, though. He makes arrangements for Billy's assets to be temporarily blocked on suspicion of fraud and for his personal accounts to be audited. Even though Victor's hands seem clean, everyone is aware of who planned the takedown. Later, in a private altercation, Victor remarks, "You wanted a war, Billy boy. You have one now." Chance Chancellor must face a more intimate form of reckoning as Billy's life collapses. Chance, a detective, takes pleasure in being fair and honorable, qualities that contrast with Victor's brutal tactics. Chance follows his gut when he discovers anomalies in a business probe that point to a Newman subsidiary. However, the more he investigates, the more obvious it seems that Victor Newman himself might be implicated. Chance is caught between loyalty and duty. Victor is more than simply a successful businessman, after all. He is also the father of his wife Abby and the grandfather of his son Dominic. Victor's family can be split apart if he is reported. However, disregarding the evidence would damage his reputation as a police officer. When he confides in Abby, played by Melissa Ordway, she implores him to use caution. "You are aware of my father's methods," she cautions. "If he feels cornered, he will destroy you." Chance, though, is unable to let it go. Without realizing Victor already knows, he chooses to present his findings to the district attorney. Victor summons Chance to his office for a private chat, prior to filing the report. One of the most heated scenes in recent V&R history is the showdown between Victor Newman and Chance Chancellor. With a cold, authoritative voice, Victor says, "Sit down, Chance. We must talk about your erroneous sense of justice." Chance remains unflinching. "Victor, I'm carrying out my duties. You shouldn't be concerned if you haven't done anything wrong." Victor lets out a low, ominous laugh. "You sound exactly like your father did before he realized that people like me are exempt from the rules." A folder is then slid over his desk. There are documents and pictures within that, if made public, might ruin Chance's career. Some are personal, while others are related to previous cases. Victor's eyes sparkle as he leans forward. You believe you can take me on? Do you believe you are protected by that badge? Your family, reputation, and job will all be lost with just one word from me. Chance's expression tightens. Victor, you're threatening a police officer. That is a risky game. Victor smiles. No, son, I'm offering you an option. Leave this case alone, or you risk losing everything you hold dear. Two men who are unwilling to give up are engaged in a heated confrontation. Ultimately, though, Victor knows he has won when Chance walks away without saying anything. Genoa City was quickly rocked by Victor's retaliation. Abby is upset with her father and claims that he destroyed Chance's career in order to boost his self-esteem. She yells, "You don't protect this family, Dad. You control it." After a furious argument, Nikki is also concerned that Victor has overreached himself. She cautions, "You've turned men who could have been allies into enemies. You cannot continue to punish everyone who gets in your way." Victor, however, is unimpressed. Betrayal is encouraged by weakness, he states icily. "And I'll always be strong." Billy, meantime, spirals. With his reputation in ruins, he starts drinking once more while thinking about his mistakes. Even Lily, who tries to support him, begins to wonder if their relationship will withstand his tendency toward self-destruction. Still in shock after Victor's threats, Chance thinks about leaving the force completely. He is aware that facing Victor puts his family's safety, as well as his career, at jeopardy. His marriage starts to suffer as a result of the stress, and Abby worries that the past is happening again. The same vicious villain dragged down the once proud journalist and the once noble detective. Victor has some conscience despite his unyielding will. Alone in his office late at night, he reflects while gazing out the window. His desk has a picture of Abby and Dominic. A glimmer of guilt appears on his face for the first time. He never intended to hurt or alienate his daughter. However, Victor always prioritizes upholding the Newman tradition, regardless of the cost. Nevertheless, it is impossible to avoid wondering if he has overreached himself this time, because his family has always been Victor Newman's biggest vulnerability. Furthermore, he has little control over the chain reaction that his actions could cause. Genoa City is still in shock from the chaos at the conclusion of the week. Billy promises to start again in his profession, since he is determined to make amends. However, the ancient fire in his eyes indicates that he isn't finished with Victor yet, and that he may be planning his own retaliation. Chance, meanwhile, makes the decision to leave the police department.